Hello everyone, we are Team Animal Crossing. I'm Meriru.
I'm Jenny, and we are going to apply some knowledge we learned from Module 6 towards the Nintendo shortage problem that happened right now.
This is our simulation 6 results. We use the different business production strategy, and I use the make to order. That is, the production of an item begins only after a confirmed customer order is received. I choose the order with the highest price and select the qualified raw materials and fulfill the delivery order ahead of time.
And I'd like to use the assemble to order model and see how it can help with my Module 6. So, because the products are assembled to order, I rely on prediction a lot. I use prediction to purchase the popular fabric before the new season, and in doing so, I could save money by increasing the lead time when I order. Another thing I do to use the assemble to order model is that I plan to have a limited amount of product line. In Module 6, I choose basically chafing dress and hunting pants because first of all, they are predicted to be the popular products in the coming 2 seasons, and also they are using the similar machine to produce and they have a higher profit per unit to produce. Other strategy I have includes that I cut the costs for employees by reassigning them based on the different busy hour for each job functions. Also, bargaining for price helps me to get more profits after I gain some reputation. Now I would like to share some experience I have during Module 6. First, I want to review a fraud supplier called Owen Textile. This supplier only gives me half of the material I order. It usually not on time, and it just blow my money away by giving me high opportunity costs when my supplies running out. Therefore, finding a reliable supplier is important, and it is better to have multiple suppliers before your supplies are running out. The second thing I want to mention is that because I was using the assemble to order module, the carrying cost can be huge if I'm not carefully applying everything ahead. Another thing is that reputation is really important to a company. It gives the company the bargaining power to double its price and make a deal in the end. Now let's dive into the Nintendo current shortage problem related to the COVID-19 crisis. Given most people are staying home during this special time, the sales for games as well as the game console is booming up right now. However, Nintendo meets some problem in its supply chain because some of the important parts of the console is made in China, and the console is assembled in Vietnam, and those 2 countries are largely affected by coronavirus. As a result, the original Switch console as well as the special edition are all sold out at major online retailers, including Amazon, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, and GameStop. What happened is the price for Nintendo Switch increases from 50% to 100% on second-handed trading markets such as eBay. But this doesn't mean that Nintendo has no advantage on its supply chain, and Meriru will explain this for us.
Nintendo has always been customer-centric, and it recently made a surprising supply chain move. It shipped its new console by air. It's a much more expensive freight operation option than by sea. With the demand for the Nintendo Switch high, the company's goal was to get the product to market as fast as possible and keep consumers happy. It can increase customer loyalty, sales, brand reputation, and market leadership, and this decision would outweigh the higher cost of shipping in the long run. Also, the smart integrated supply chain practice is a competitive advantage for the Nintendo. Expediting shipping of the new console was a smart business decision that not only kept exciting customers happy, but also set Nintendo up to market its product better. And by moving more hardware units downstream, Nintendo would get greater interest from software creators, and there would be greater overall interest in the hardware.
On the other hand, Nintendo has a zigzag-like supply chain where customers and suppliers work back and forth to adjust their production plan. This leads to two potential problems. The first one is that the whole supply chain is quite conservative, that the production is only decided by the demand. And second is that it is time-consuming to deliver information or material throughout this supply chain.
And we use what we have learned to make a few recommendations for Nintendo's current problems. The first and the most important is we recommend Nintendo to integrate their data across supply chain. Now each department is acting independently in their own way, which increases the time that information flow. So according to our lecture, we think Nintendo can use the EDI, Electric Data Interchange. It is the electronic interchange of business information using a standardized format, a process which allows one company to send information to another company electronically rather than with paper. With this digital supply chain, information can be shared immediately. Planners can also continuously communicate demand and any shifts with suppliers. Suppliers get accurate parts requests immediately. And the second is Nintendo must adopt predictive analytics in demand planning. It can use pre-sales data to strategically analyze demand. At present, the pre-sale of Nintendo is 2 weeks before the official release. This short period of time may not be enough for them to change their production plan, so we suggest that they increase the gap between the pre-sale and the official release. This strategy will allow the company to use the data from trends on social media networks to censor data. With this information, Nintendo can model the complex relationships from the derived data and create an accurate demand plan. It can reduce the forecasting errors. And the second recommendation is expand supplier selection. Most Nintendo Switch devices are manufactured in Foxconn factories in China. It was shut down due to the coronavirus. Even though Foxconn factory has since opened, it could be a while until the Switch is back in stock. Nintendo's US sales are about 40%, so we recommend that it can build warehouses and factories around the US.
And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you all for listening. I am currently staying in Boston and I don't know when I could go back to my country. At the meantime, Meriru decided to went back to China and today she ends her 14-day-long quarantine and is going back home. So in this position, I hope all of you could stay safe and be happy and healthy. See you guys!